Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. The Cleveland Browns are entering Week 14 with a lot on their plate, especially concerning the injury report. As we all know, injuries are part of the game, but some hits just feel a little more impactful, especially when they involve key players on both sides of the ball. This week, the Browns announced that they'll be without some significant contributors for their upcoming game against the Tennessee Titans. It's a tough pill to swallow, but Browns fans are used to rallying around adversity, and this game is no different. Leading the list of absentees is quarterback Deshaun Watson, who's been battling an Achilles injury. Unfortunately, he's officially ruled out for this week. Watson's absence is a big blow, no doubt about it, but the team has been preparing for this scenario. With Watson out, the Browns will rely heavily on their backup quarterback, and fans are eager to see who steps up. The coaching staff has indicated that they'll evaluate the situation over the next few days, but the focus now is on making sure the team stays competitive and keeps their playoff hopes alive. On the offensive line, the Browns are hit hard. Starting right tackle Jack Conklin, who's been a key piece in Cleveland's offensive line, will be sidelined due to a concussion. Conklin's durability has been a concern this season, but he's still a leader on that line when healthy. His absence means someone else has to step up, and that person is KT Leveston. Stefanski mentioned that Leveston, who joined the team later in the process and wasn't with the team through the spring or summer, has played meaningful snaps and is someone they trust to hold down that right side. It's going to be a test for him, but Browns fans know that the team has been developing depth along the line, and Leveston could be a quiet hero this week. Wyatt Teller, the team's starting right guard and a critical part of Cleveland's run game and pass protection, is also out due to a calf injury. Losing Teller is a significant setback, especially because his physicality and experience are vital for Browns' offensive success. The coaching staff has expressed confidence in Tevin Jenkins stepping into that role, and it's a chance for him to show what he can do at that level. Stefanski praised Jenkins for bringing a lot of physicality, which is exactly what the Browns need to keep their offensive line cohesive and effective. In addition to those offensive linemen, the Browns have some notable question marks on defense. Devin Bush, their linebacker, is dealing with a foot injury and is questionable for the game. Bush has been a reliable presence in the middle, especially in run defense and coverage, so any absence there could impact Cleveland's defensive schemes. The defensive line also has some concern with Mason Graham, ribs, Mike Hall Jr., knee, and Isaiah McGuire, knee, all listed as questionable. Graham's injury is especially noteworthy because it was sustained during last week's game against the 49ers, although he didn't initially feel it during the game. He's been limited in practice, and the team will wait until the last minute to see if he can go. Hall Jr. and McGuire are battling through injuries as well, and their status will be crucial for the Browns' pass rush and run defense. All these injuries come at a crucial time in the season. The AFC North is fiercely competitive, and every game counts as teams battle for playoff positioning. The Browns are currently in a playoff spot, but maintaining that position requires resilience, depth, and strategic adjustments, things Cleveland has shown they can do throughout this tough season. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has been good at adapting, and they'll need to lean on their depth players like Leveston and Jenkins to fill these gaps. Looking at the bigger picture, the Browns' offensive scheme has been a mix of traditional power runs and creative passing, and with Watson out, that balance might shift a bit. The team has been effective in controlling the clock and establishing the run with Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford, but with Conklin and Teller out, the protection might be tested more than usual. Cleveland's offensive line has been a strength this season, but injuries always threaten to disrupt that cohesion. Fans hope that players like Jenkins and Leveston can step up to keep that unit solid, especially against a tough Titans front that's known for its physicality. Defensively, Cleveland has been quite disciplined and opportunistic, with players like Myles Garrett providing a consistent pass rush threat. However, the injury questions in the secondary and up front could open some opportunities for the Titans' offense. The Browns' defense will need to tighten up, especially against a Titans team that's been trying to find consistency on offense with players like Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. It's going to be a gritty game, one that tests Cleveland's depth and resilience. Fans should also keep an eye on the injury report updates throughout the week. Sometimes, players who are listed as questionable can surprise everyone in play, which can be a game changer. Conversely, if more key players are ruled out, Cleveland will need to lean even more on their coaching adjustments and team effort. Stefanski's game plan will be crucial in this scenario. His ability to adapt on the fly has been one of his strengths, and Browns fans are counting on him to get creative and maximize what the team has available. This season, Cleveland has shown a lot of grit and heart, bouncing back from tough losses and maintaining a playoff push. The team's defense, led by Garrett, continues to be a top-tier unit, and the offense, when clicking, can compete with anyone. The absence of Watson and key linemen will test that balance, but the Browns have always prided themselves on their depth and fighting spirit. Fans are hoping that this week's adversity will be a rallying point rather than a setback. Looking ahead, if Cleveland can overcome these injuries and come out with a win, it would be a huge boost for their playoff hopes. It's about finding new heroes in unexpected places, trusting the process, and playing with the same passion and grit that Browns fans are known for. Every game in this stretch is a battle, and every player stepping up makes a difference. The team's resilience will be on full display, and Browns fans are eager to see how their squad responds under pressure. As we approach game day, the atmosphere around Cleveland is charged. The fans know that every play counts, and they're ready to support their team through thick and thin. The energy at FirstEnergy Stadium will be electric, especially if the Browns can pull off a win against the Titans despite all the hurdles. It's these kinds of moments that define a season, and Browns fans are ready to stand behind their team no matter what. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.